Don't forget to subscribe, add your comments, and share your memories. If you have any old VHS tapes or even DVD to dispose, let me know. Drop me an email on seaeagle666@gmail.com.
Gale, Cogger, Salak, Warnocky, Neal, Harrigan, Craig Clark in the second row, Dillon, Crooks, Feller and Leabeater. The Raiders look: Giddo, Carey, Bellamy, Kinner, Williams, Blake, Henjack, Lance, Atkins, Elliott, Ellis, Hoffman and Grant.
Front row forward. Feller, Neal, Warnocky, cutting out Clark, picking up Gale, taken nicely by Bellamy. That's a good ball by Cogger. It's gone out through the wing three-quarter. He works with the second rower, Clark. And Johnny MacArthur, he's going to score! The Magpies are in for their first points. First points of the match to John MacArthur, the wing three-quarter. Closed by Harrigan and Dillon. This is Elliott. Still about 15 metres out from the line. 6-0 in favour of West. To the right to Henjack and on to Blake, and Blake a short ball for Atkins. Atkins, a forward pass, I thought. Referee agrees. And a scrum will go down 8 metres out. The tap will be taken by Jay Hoffman just on the Canberra side of halfway. Henjack spinning the ball back for Atkins to gallop into an opening. He's very fast, the big second rower. He'll score, I would say. Gerald Salak is chasing, but Atkins, oh, he's very quick for a second rower. Well, they may have rehearsed that move 1,000 times, and now it's all proven worthwhile. You'll see a couple of decoy runners when we come back to the replay. Kick by Giddo, going down to Epifania. And he's had the ball taken from him by one of the Canberra forwards. Henjack straight onto the attack with the Western Suburbs defence at 6s and 7s, but a long pass by Bellamy has gone over the touchline. Pulled down by Carey. He's very fast, MacArthur. And he proved that in that earlier try. Here's Michael Neal running off a Lee Crook special. 7 or 8 metres short of the halfway, but both teams have been opened up on several occasions in the first half, and neither could go to the break feeling any more confident than the other. There's Brad Williams going back, the crowd believing it to be a knock-on. Almost treating Ivan Henjack with contempt. He paid the penalty, and here's the ball floated wide instead of the kick. Dillon works with Neal. Duval's got to come inside, and Dillon's still going. Now he's put the ball back for Harrigan. Duval dives on it with Carey. That's a turnover.
A variety on the sixth tackle.
Here they are, back with the football earlier than they thought. Ooh, Alan Feller. That was a driving tackle by Brett Atkins. He got the shoulder into him, and look at this. You'd be forgiven for thinking that Alan Feller. They're back 5 metres from the line, the Raiders. Blake wide for Elliott. He kicks. Oh, there's a chance here for the wing three-quarter. Brad Williams, still a chance. Drop out and 6-all, Western Canberra. Back at the cricket ground, and I guess it had to happen in one of those commercial breaks, but from the line drop out by Western Suburbs, the ball was marked on the full by Ron Giddo. There it is. He just went straight through the Magpies. He came to the fullback. He got a pass away with a little question mark on it, no doubt about that. And Phil Carey is the man who scores the try, but oh, Western Suburbs deserve to have a try scored against them because Giddo just went straight through the front line of defence like it was a hot butter. So Carey scores the try, giving Giddo a pretty simple conversion attempt. 10-6 in favour of Canberra. One out of one for Ron Giddo. Giddo picking up the extra 2 points for the trouble, and 12-6 in favour of Canberra. So can the Magpies come back? The man with the ball will play a very important part in that climb back, if it's to happen. Lee Crooks. This is Blake. Well, both teams badly needed a try. One got the impression that the one that scored first would win the match. I think that was pretty much the way you felt, Graham.
Well, Ray, Canberra was searching for something terribly badly. Their forwards, to me, are really lacking enthusiasm. When they do take the ball up, it's very simply just one out. That's just old hat stuff. I think they need a lot of variety in their attack. Paul Elliott was starting to show it with that chip kick into the in-goal area. I'd like to see them start to swing the ball a bit wider. Their forwards have been doing nothing. Ronnie Giddo should be getting involved out wide. That variety, they've got to search for it, and that enthusiasm now has got to start to spark up because, as I say, the try might help them. The Western Suburbs, of course, you can never leave them out of the match, and Lee Crooks is just the guy, as you were mentioning, that can lay on the try for the Magpies to get right back into it.
Here's Neil. This is Dillon. Played just into Canberra's area. They lead by 6 points. His Crooks tackled without any gaining ground. Warnocky. Floating ball out to Cogger. He's only been involved really a couple of times in the attack, Trevor Cogger, as Neil puts up the bomb, and as Graham is indicating that Canberra should stretch the ball wide, and here it is being stretched wide right now, and it's a long run down that touchline for Brad Williams. He's reached the halfway, but as you can make that suggestion for Canberra, I get the impression that Western Suburbs would be well advised to do the same, because they did crack Canberra out wide in John MacArthur's try, and in MacArthur and Cogger in particular, they've got speed to burn.
There's no doubt that's the area that Western Suburbs have got to look. They really haven't got the size up front to match it with Canberra, but also I think one of the avenues that both sides could start to explore is the chip kick over the top. It's being tried a little without a great deal of success, but it's certainly on.
Player down injured. 12 points to 6 the score in favour of the Raiders. For that opening. And he's, as I said, a very dangerous player if he does get any ground to work in. Here's Michael Neal now. Out wide for Brett Gale. Gale away from Hoffman. He dummies around Carey. Henjak comes at him from behind. The pass inside for Dillon. On to Michael Neal. Sandwich tackle and knocked on by Dillon as he supported. But I think Canberra's got the ball.
From every play of the ball.
Here it is again for Elliott, but he puts the bomb up. And Epifania again takes it sweetly. Apart from a tackle that he missed Brett Atkins on, he's had a superb game, this little Western Suburbs fullback. Clark. He's played strongly, Clark. Of course, he's been given plenty of latitude by being berthed out wide. Michael Neal, Trevor Cogger, plenty of speed. Brett Gale, inside him is MacArthur. MacArthur's tackled on the 22 line. Quick play, the ball required by the Magpies, and the push of the ball. It's gone through from Crooks onto MacArthur. Now it's with Gary Warnocky. It's gone to Michael Neal. They're over the 22. Mark Harrigan, backed up by Dillon. Dillon is tackled. He's got to get rid of it if he can, but it'll be the turnover. Good football by the Magpies. Henjak. Just over 9 minutes remaining. This is Beardmore. Tackled on the quarter. 6 more. Elliott. He's played well, this fellow, Elliott. His kicking game has been quite shrewd. Atkins. Brett Atkins scored a try, a runaway try from a set. Elliott. 25 metres from the west line. From dummy half goes Henjak. Running at the big men, easily getting around them. Bellamy to Beardmore. Beardmore looking for support. The pass was forward. Forward pass. Good rolling by the referee this time.
Well, it's been silly tactics, Ray. They just haven't really worked that ball towards the post, and the 1 point was all they needed. They're going to have nobody, as you say, to blame but themselves.
Here's MacArthur. Getting in field to the halfways. These Canberra players, the bigger men, are starting to get tired. And as I said earlier, the more they give it to the little fast men out wide, the more hope they've got. This will be 6 more. No, he's ruled no. He's ruled that Canberra didn't touch it. They're on their last tackle now, Wests. Warnocky kicks and chases. The bounce favourable for him. It's come down to Fella, but the referee's ruled a knock on.
He's rolled the dice for Western Suburbs. I'm sure we'll see them spear it up for 1 or 2, and then they'll be looking to get it out wide towards Cogger and Gale.
4.5 minutes of time to go. Johnny MacArthur, every time he's touched the ball, he's represented great danger. The Magpies supporters roaring as Lee Crooks goes within 5 metres of the line. Dummy half Trevor Cogger might go himself. No, he passes wide for Harrigan. Harrigan wrestling with Henjack and Michael Blake. 3 metres out from the line. Dummy half is Clark. This is Michael Neal. Now it's out to Gary Warnocky. On it goes to Leo Epifania. This is Johnny MacArthur, and he's tackled 10 metres from the line. 5 tackles gone for the Maggies. They'll go for the air here. It's with Trevor Cogger. Little kick over the top. Sam Backo's dropped it. Michael Neal has scored. Michael Neal has scored for West, adjacent to the uprights. Well, Michael Neal and Trevor Cogger. Line. 5 tackles gone. Canberra going for it. Elliott gets the kick in. Let's see what the referee says. No goal. No goal, but I'm going to tell you, the pulse beat of Western Suburbs stopped for about 1 second here as the referee examined the kick and ruled no goal. Here's the big man, Crooks. He's lost it. Canberra will come up with their last chance. Last throw of the dice for Canberra. Ron Gitto coming in close behind the scrum base. And immediately the West fullback marks him up. A pretty tense moment for Canberra coach Ferner. He realised that he had it won. And here's Henjack trying to split through.
Hold that man with the motion just for a second.
This is Brad Williams. They're 18 metres from the line. Dean Lance. They've got the choice of Elliott or Gitto for drop goals. That's the end of it. There's the siren. It's over. Western Canberra playing at 12 points all draw. Well, the Magpies and Canberra, they're infrequent visitors to the cricket ground these days. There were plenty of moments of horror for both coaches, but a 12-all draw the result. With the West side, MacArthur, Neal the tries, Crooks 2 goals, and for Canberra, Atkins, Carey tries, Gitto 2 goals. A break and then we're back.